Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel, and today's video is going to be my review and swatches of the City Color Be Matte blushes. I received one of these in my Ipsy bag for the month of February and I loved it. So I went on to City Color's website and I placed an order for some more shades, and I just wanted to come at you guys and kind of share my thoughts and reviews and do some swatches just in case you're curious or on the hunt for new blushes, because these blushes are also really inexpensive. So let's get started. So these blushes retail to be $2.99. That is insane, and especially for what I'll tell you about the pros, the quality, and the swatches and everything, that's just nuts to me. Also, the shade selection. They come in 8 different shades. I have 5 of them. I first got the one shade that came in my Ipsy bag, and I went on their website and I placed an order for 4 more shades. And I didn't get all of them just because I feel like I got a pretty good variety here, and you'll see that when I do the swatches. And the other ones kind of looked similar to some of them that are in here as well. Also about these blushes, they are called City Color Be Matte blushes, so they are completely matte, which I love. You guys know I love my Melon baked blushes that have that nice little sheen and shimmer in there, but I think it's really nice to be able to switch it up and have just completely matte blushes, especially for us oily skin girls. That way you can have a matte bronzer, matte blush, and then go in with your own highlight on where you want to be glowy. So going with some of the pros, again, they are completely matte, which is awesome. Another huge pro to me is that they're cruelty free. They do not test on animals in any way whatsoever. Also, they are very affordable. Again, $2.99 is an amazing deal, and they have amazing color payoff. Also, the longevity of these blushes are really good. They do not fade off very easily, which I like. Sometimes that's the case with drugstore blushes or just inexpensive blushes, is they look really good when you first put them on, but then a couple hours later you can't even tell that you have blush on. That's not the case with these, which I really like. Also, I believe the shade selection is pretty good, and by that I mean the kind of intensity of each shade. They don't all look like pink mauve blushes. They have some good varieties of the shades, and I think I got a pretty good, the 5 that I chose I think will show you a pretty good variety of their shades. And then also, you can tell that this little thing is freaking huge. It is such a big blush, and sometimes you think, well, maybe is it just really thin and compact, but I actually was looking at these and then other blushes that I have. These come with 0.314 ounces, which is obviously a lot bigger than the typical blush, which comes with 0.12 ounces. That's something to think about, because not only are you paying less than most blushes, you're also getting more here than you do in most blushes as well. Now let's move over to the cons, because obviously there are cons for pretty much everything. First con is that they can apply muddy if you're not careful and if you do not use a light hand. These are so pigmented and buttery smooth, but if you're not careful you can create just kind of like a mud streak right here, which is not cute. So again, just take it in sections. These are so highly pigmented that just work with small amounts. Just use a very light hand and do small parts of your face so that you're not creating, like I said, a big mud line. And then the other con is that they can be a little bit powdery, and I will show you that in my swatches. Again, you want to use a light hand when you're dipping into the blush, because you're going to be wasting product if not. You'll see that they're kind of powdery, so if you press pretty hard in there, you're going to have just powder kind of flying away. And also that means that it can be kind of messy, so you want to make sure if you're wearing like white clothes or something and you're going to be wearing that out, that maybe you put that on after your blush, because they can be kind of messy and get on your clothes. Alright, so now let's jump into the swatches. First one here is the one that I actually received in my Ipsy bag. This is called Fresh Melon. It's just a beautiful kind of pinky coral. Here, if I hold it back up a little bit further, it'll kind of show the true color. Alright, and there is Fresh Melon right there for you. Next, this one right here is Pink Grapefruit. It's kind of like just a blue-based kind of a fuchsia pink. I love this. Alright, and I'm also going to leave some of the powder. Can you see that right there? How it does have a couple chunks of the powder since it is so powdery. But they do blend very nicely, and the powder goes away when blending, but just something to think about. Next here is Drangonfruit. It's just a couple shades darker than the last one, Pink Grapefruit, and it almost has some purple tones in there. It is so beautiful. Just a very deep, hot fuchsia pink with, like I said, some purple and blue undertones. Here it is swatched. So as you can see, it definitely is deeper and more vibrant than Pink Grapefruit. So right here. Next, this one is called Blackberry. This has obviously some more purples in it as well. It's kind of like a tea rose shade. I absolutely love it. This one is probably my favorite. And this is actually what I have on my cheeks right now. So yeah, as you can see, it's just right here. It's kind of like a dusty mauve, tea rose kind of purple shade. Love it. And that is what I have just very lightly on my cheeks right now. The last one right here is in Toasted Coconut. This is more of like a bronzer shade. This is what Toasted Coconut looks like. So there's Toasted Coconut just right there. So yeah, as you can see, they do have a pretty good variety, and this is not all of the shades. I like that you have your coral, your kind of light pink, your super hot pink, your kind of purpley mauve tea rose color, and then I got a bronzer shade as well. And again, this bronzer is what I have on my face, kind of to bronze up the face and to contour as well. So that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. Again, I just wanted to share this with you guys because they are so inexpensive. And I know you can get them off their website, City Color Beauty. I believe that's what their website's called. I'll link it down below for you. I haven't seen these in drugstores before. I don't know. Let me know if you've seen them in drugstores or where you've seen these, if you can actually go physically pick them up rather than just purchasing them online. But for the 4 that I purchased and then the shipping, my total came to 16 bucks. And then I had $2 taken off for the 20% from Ipsy, which again, I'll leave that code down below if it's still active and if you guys can use it. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for tuning into my channel and watching, and please subscribe to my channel. I'll leave it right here. Just click right here to subscribe. That way you can stay up to date with all of my videos, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!